Hello. Don't give up. An important life lesson illustrated by this study here. The study is done by the Platov brothers, Platov, just over 100 years ago, and I found it in a chess column by Leonard Baden. So it's an interesting position. First look. Black seems to be better off. He's got an extra pawn, and his king is here about to capture this pawn, and his bishop ranges a lot further than the knight. Fairly open board. However, when we look again, the bishop is just a little bit flat-footed right now. Its king and these three pawns are all getting in its way, and the only real danger that there is in white's position is this pawn here, if it can run through. So the bishop's got to get across to stop it, and if it can get onto this diagonal and stop the pawn, then black should be able to win. However, it's white's move, and so there are different strategies that white can perhaps use to stop the bishop from getting onto this diagonal. And so I looked at this. If I'd just been playing this over the board, I would have probably, I don't know what I would have done, but because it's a study, I know that there is a way for white to win it. So I start looking for white to win it, and the first move that I thought of was this, because if he takes it with the pawn, then this pawn runs, and black will be too late to stop it. So that doesn't work. However, no, the pawn wasn't there, it's here. However, well, okay, you might like to pause the video and have a look for yourself to see what black can do instead. Okay, well, here black can move the bishop there. So he gets onto the diagonal, and he'll be in time. The knight will have to move, and he'll be in time to cover. Okay. So, well, again, you might like to pause the video again and look at other possibilities. What else is there? From here, well, the next thing I looked at was this. Because, again, if the pawn takes, this pawn rushes through. So what if the bishop takes, then king here, which is covering this square and stopping the bishop from getting onto this diagonal. And I thought, maybe white is winning, but then I discovered there is a cunning thing that black can do. So again, you might like to pause the video and think of it for yourself. It is this. So there, and now there, check. White takes, and then check again. Takes, and now goes back here, and he's got it covered. So knight e5 didn't work either, and at this stage, I have to admit, I gave up. So I'm telling myself, as I'm telling you, my viewer, if anybody, don't give up. Okay, so don't give up like I did, and try and find another move for white that will do it. Pause the video. Okay, here's the move. Takes here. Very cunning. Now, black can't play his bishop here because, why? Because, pause the video. because if the bishop goes here, then knight fork grabs the bishop. So what choice has he got? Takes it. Okay, so now the king comes here, stopping the bishop from going there. So, oh yeah, the pawn's still back here, isn't it? So the bishop comes down here, hoping to get on this diagonal to look at it. So if white goes down here to cover that, then he can go back there, and we can get a draw by repetition. But in this position, white can win. He's got a cunning move, a very cunning move. Okay, so yeah, so the bishop is here, and the cunning move is this. Now he can't take with the king, because then the pawn goes through. So he takes with the bishop. Now we go down here, stopping the bishop from coming there. Last ditch chance, the bishop goes here, hoping to get here, and king comes here. So the bishop is stopped from blocking the pawn. White's going to queen, and white is going to win. So what can I say? Don't give up. Don't be like me. Don't give up. A good lesson for chess and for life.